Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to the boat gang. All right, we got the Project Zippy on the block. Okay, we've been running this boat with the stock motor, this 1500 kV DYNIMITE motor, and kind of been promising you guys a motor upgrade. So today we're actually going to install this Turnigy 3665 2100 kV motor. And we actually have another little project, so it's going to be kind of a two-in-one video for you guys. This is a Spectrum SR215 receiver that I've been running in this boat, and I noticed that my antenna like snapped off basically. Okay, so we're actually going to peel some of this antenna back and try to get our range back. Okay, so two-in-one video: repairing an antenna wire and installing a 3665. Stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take the boat out for a test run today. It'll be in an upcoming video, but we're going to start by breaking loose the coupler there, pulling our flex cable out, disconnecting the collet from the motor shaft, and pulling the motor from the motor mount. Pretty simple, pretty simple. We actually ran this 1500 kV motor on 4 and 6S. I ran these 8800s in the boat. All right, 3S twins, and we just got these 5500 3S twins in, so I'm really excited to run these batteries in here because they're basically the size. Well, they are the same exact size as a 2S battery. Okay, so we actually ended up getting 63, if I'm not mistaken, 63 mile an hour out the boat on 6S with the 8800s. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy here broke loose, and we'll repair the antenna toward the end of the video. Pretty simple. Just break the coupler loose, pull your shaft out. Pretty simple. Alright, so the motor we're taking out is a 3650 size motor, and we're putting a 3665 in. Okay, so it's a heavier motor. That's why I'm kind of thinking these lighter 5500s is going to be perfect for this boat on 6S. Now, this is a rebuilt motor. It's actually an old motor. Actually, about 4 years old. I replaced the bearings in it. Okay, so she should be ready to roll. Alright. I have the same 5.5 millimeter connectors on here, and basically going to get the coupler back on and put our head screws back on. If you're new to the channel, I absolutely highly recommend you guys getting a flex driver if you're in the boating hobby. It is so handy when you're doing motor upgrade installs, you know, putting bolts in the transom, screws in the transom, nuts. I mean, it's such a handy tool, and it literally saves you hours of fighting to get a freaking head screw in a motor. You see that? I got that screw in. I put Loctite on it off camera there, so it does have a little bit of blue Loctite on my screws. Always put Loctite on anything that's going to be moving or have vibration. So I actually put blue Loctite on my motor head screws, and I actually have a tip for those of you who run out of Loctite like I do, like anybody else does. Steal your wife's clear nail polish. Okay, steal a little bottle of clear nail polish, or go buy some, or just have it handy. You know, normally your old lady or your sister or somebody's got some nail polish in the house. Use nail polish, okay, as a temporary Loctite till you can get to the store and get you some more. Alright, so I haven't tried it yet, so I'm actually interested in trying this. I read it online the other day, a forum I was on. Somebody had asked for a Loctite alternative. And someone had mentioned clear fingernail polish, period. So we're gonna give it a shot. I want to see how it works. All right, just a little test for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up my motor wires. I always hook up the middle to the middle, and then the two outside wires can get switched around for motor rotation. All right. I have no idea how this got cut off or broke off, but it's the second one that's gotten broke off in like a couple months' time. 2 separate occasions, you know. So I fixed the other one, but the other one was a SR515 with a really long antenna wire. These 215s have a very short antenna, so I don't know how well our reception is going to be. But what I did on my last one is I just took my old antenna and I put it on the good antenna wire, and I basically marked where it ended. Okay, I marked where it ended, and basically we're going to need to peel back this outer sheath. You want to be careful. I mean, there's a metal sheath under this outside sheath right here. It's kind of like a coaxial cable, you know. So I mean, you can kind of cut into this, but don't cut into it too hard, or you'll ruin your antenna wire. I'm actually going to kind of cut this back a little bit so I can try to peel it off. Like I said, there's a metal wire, a sheath under here, so you can kind of peel this back without having to worry about cutting the inner wire. The inner wire is the one you don't want to cut. Just be careful. I really should turn the freaking camera off while I'm doing this, because I'll probably end up messing up. There we go. Okay. Alright, so peel that outer sheath off, and you're left with this inner like metal sheath here. You guys see what I'm doing? You see that? I'll need to get you some good nippers so you can kind of debraid this inner sheath. It's kind of like braided on there. Alright, so I'm going to get a pair of nippers. I'm going to nip at this very carefully. So this is just how I do it. There's probably a better way to freaking do it. Of course there is. Of course there is. This is just Big B's way. Definitely don't want to cut that inner sheath. Okay, I just kind of nipped at it. Oh, okay, I got most of it off. Alright, so now I'm going to try to peel some of this back, and we'll nip the rest of it off, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is basically what you're going to end up with. Okay, you got your main antenna wire, and then we pull that main sheath off. Okay, and we expose that coaxial style metal inner cable wrap. We peeled that off and cut it with our crimpers, and now we have the inner antenna wire showing. Okay, see the end of mine? See where the antenna wire ends? So I'm actually going to clip off this little bit of excess plastic that don't have any antenna in it. Okay, actually can go a little bit more. Alright, like that. You guys see that? And we're going to kind of measure it up against our stock antenna. Okay, so mine's actually just a little bit longer. Oh, no, it's actually the same exact length, 30 millimeters. Okay, I had read when I first got into the hobby, I had done this. You know, on I guess it was my V1 Creighton. I had cut the end of my antenna off, and I was freaking out. I didn't get no reception, so I did some research, and if my memory serves me correct, I want to say it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 32 millimeter exposed antenna wire is what gets you the best reception, like the best range, you know, 30 to 32 millimeters. Okay, so we went with 30. That's what the stock antenna was, so that's kind of what I went with our newly peeled back antenna. Okay, so that should work. We're probably going to lose a little bit of reception because this is a cheap receiver, the SR215. Like I said, the 515, the 315, the antenna wire is much longer. So we got the 3665 installed, 2100 kV. It's ready to go, Loctited, everything. We did the nail polish trick. I'm interested to see how long that lasts. That'll be like a long time test for me, you know. Our water cooling's hooked up now. All we gotta do is put our receiver back in and spool it up, make sure our motor direction is the right direction, and we'll be ready to go. Steering and our throttle. Had the 5500s in here. Man, these batteries are perfect for this boat. Or the BLACKJACK 24. If you're running your batteries down in the sponsons or something, these are like perfect for tight places, you know. So let's check our motor rotation real quick. Well, I never get lucky, but I got lucky that time. Our motor direction is counterclockwise. I never get lucky. That's freaking awesome. Come on. All right, so let's spool it up with this 2100 kV motor. And 6S, these batteries are at storage charge, so... Oh man, that's going to be a lot faster. So I think we can get 65 out of her with this motor. And it's a 4-year-old motor, man. It's been in God knows how many boats. So we'll be able to test the reception, our range in the next video, and the motor. Like I said, don't have time to do it today, but hopefully this helps you guys out, you know. Check out SMC Racing, you know, check out Horizon Hobby, the Miss Geico, and the BLACKJACK 24. They're basically the same hull. Basically, it is the same hull, different color scheme. So, yeah. Great boat to upgrade. So, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Big B, we're Ironclad RC.